In this subject, we have to study principle of electronics communication. Let's see the marking scheme of this subject. This subject is of 150 marks. We going to discuss about communication system. Communication is the oldest branch of electronics. Communication means conveying messages from one place to another. Electronic communication means communication through electronic media. Basically, communication is the mechanism of sending, processing, and receiving data or information by electrical forms, where the mode of transmission is electrical signal. Examples are mobile phone, microphone, etc. Here we have to discuss the elements of communication system. It include information source, input transducer, next is transmitter, after that channel, next is receiver, then output transducer, last one is destination, and one more block is noise. Let's see the detailed explanation of each block. Let's see the first element of communication system, that is information or input signal. The information can be in the form of sound, picture, or data coming from computer. Second is input transducer. As we know that we cannot transfer physical voice over a long distance, so we need to convert it into physical voice or non-electrical signal to electrical signal. So input transducer convert the original information into equivalent electrical signal. The input transducer used in communication system are microphone which converts human voice into electrical signal voltage. After that, noise is an unwanted electric signal or a distortion which gets added to the transmitting signal while traveling. Noise is of two types. First one is natural noise and second one is man-made noise. Then receiver. As we know that the transmitted signal is properly modulated amplified signal, so there has to be receiver, which is combination of demodulator filter to get the signal in original form. Okay, next is output transducer. The output transducer converts electrical signal into original form. Examples are loudspeaker or picture tube. Let's see the electromagnetic spectrum. The process of signal travel from transmitter to receiver has been divided into two parts. First one is radiation, second one is propagation. First one, radiation. Whenever a high frequency current flows through a conductor, the power measured on both the ends is not same. A part of power is dissipated in the resistance of the conductor, and a part of its escape into the free space. This escape of power is known as radiation. Second is propagation. This radiated power is then propagated in the free space in the form of electromagnetic wave. This electromagnetic wave is also called as radio wave. see the range of frequencies of electromagnetic waves as shown in figure. The entire range of frequencies of EM wave is called as electromagnetic spectrum. In that, VLF, that is very low frequency, LF means low frequency, MF means medium frequency, HF high frequency, VHF that is very high frequency, UHF that is ultra high frequency, SHF that is super high frequency, EHF that is extra high frequencies. Okay. Next is EM wave spectrum and their applications. Next is noise source. There are mainly two types of noise source. First one is external noise and second one is internal noise. Usually external noise comes from industrial, atmospheric or extraterrestrial or space sources. Industrial noise. Industrial noise is produced by manufactured equipment such as electric motors or generator. Next is extraterrestrial noise comes from source in a space like sun. After that, concept of information capacity. Information capacity is defined as the maximum possible rate of information transmitted over the channel. It is also known as channel capacity. Channel capacity is concerned with the information handling capacity of given channel. म्हणजेच काय, जर आपण चॅनल म्हणजे काय, मीडियम सपोज आपण एक कोॲक्सियल केबल कन्सिडर करतोय, त्या कोॲक्सियल केबल थ्रू किती इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रॅव्हल होऊ शकते त्याची कॅपॅसिटी म्हणजेच काय, चॅनल कॅपॅसिटी. चॅनल कॅपॅसिटीचा फॉर्म्युला आहे C=B log(2) in bracket 1 plus S/n bits per second, where C is the channel capacity, B is nothing but bandwidth of that channel, S/n is nothing but signal to noise ratio. Okay. Next, see the concept of transmission bandwidth. Transmission bandwidth is the portion of electromagnetic spectrum occupied by signal. Next, bandwidth is the difference between upper and lower frequency limits of the signal or the equipment operation range. Bandwidth is equal to F2 minus F1, where F2 is the upper frequency range and F1 is lower frequency range. Actually, bandwidth is the frequency range over which an information signal is transmitted. म्हणजेच बँडविड्थ एक असे फ्रिक्वेन्सी रेंज आहे ज्यामध्ये इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करू शकतो. Next concept is signal to noise ratio. Signal to noise ratio is the ratio of signal power level to the noise power level. Mathematically, S/n is equal to Ps upon Pn, where Ps is signal power and Pn is noise power. जेवढा सिग्नल टू नॉईस रेशो हा जास्त असेल तेवढंच सिग्नलची जी क्वालिटी आहे, इन्फॉर्मेशन क्वालिटी आहे ती काय आहे, बेटर आहे. सपोज जर सिग्नल टू नॉईस रेशो हा 0 आहे म्हणजे त्या सिग्नलमध्ये नॉईस हा जास्त ॲड झालेला आहे. ओके. नॉईस फिगर. Noise figure F is defined as the ratio of signal to noise power at the input to the signal to noise power at the output. F equal to input S/n divided by output S by N. Actually, there are variety of methods that are used to express the noise quality at the receiver. One of the method is known as noise figure. Sometimes it is also called as noise factor. ओके, यामध्ये रिसिव्हरकडे जो काही आपल्याला इन्फॉर्मेशन सिग्नल रिसीव झालेला आहे त्याची क्वालिटी आपण नॉइज फिगरवरनं एक्सप्रेस करू शकतो. ट्रान्समिशन मोड. Depending upon the direction used for communication, the communication system is classified into following parts. First one is simplex system. Second one is half duplex system. Third one is full duplex system. Fourth one is synchronous system. Last one is asynchronous system. Okay. Let's see first simplex system. The information is communicated only in one direction, so it is also called as unidirectional system. In this mode, transmitter and receivers are fixed. In that, transmitter only able to transmit the information but not receive, and receiver only receive the data, not transmit. So it is only the one direction mode. Example, सिम्प्लेक्स सिस्टीममध्ये ट्रान्समीटर आणि रिसिव्हर हे फिक्स असतात. म्हणजेच ट्रान्समीटर हा फक्त इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करू शकतो आणि रिसिव्हर हा फक्त इन्फॉर्मेशन रिसीव करू शकतो. जसं की एक्झाम्पल घेतलं तर कम्प्युटर आणि कीबोर्ड. म्हणजेच आपण कीबोर्डवरनं कम्प्युटरला इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करतो आहे, पण कम्प्युटरकडनं काही इन्फॉर्मेशन आपण रिसीव करू शकत नाही. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज हाफ डुप्लेक्स सिस्टीम. These systems are bidirectional, that is, they can transmit as well as receive information but not simultaneously. Means data can flow both the direction but one direction at a one time. Example is walkie-talkie or radio communication used in military. सपोज आपण असं कन्सिडर करतोय की दोन कम्युनिकेशन डिव्हाइस आहे. ॲट अ टाईम फर्स्ट कम्युनिकेशन डिव्हाइस हा इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करतोय, त्यावेळेला सेकंड काय करणार, रिसीव करणार. आफ्टर दॅट सेकंड काय करणार आहे, इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करणार, त्यावेळेला फर्स्ट काय करणार आहे, तो रिसीव करणार. म्हणजेच ज्या वेळेला फर्स्ट हा ट्रान्समिट करेल त्यावेळेला सेकंड सिस्टीमला वेट करावा लागेल इन्फॉर्मेशन ट्रान्समिट करण्यासाठी. ठीक आहे. नेक्स्ट इज फुल डुप्लेक्स सिस्टीम. दिस सिस्टीम आर ट्रूली बायडायरेक्शनल, that is, they can transmit as well as receive information simultaneously. It is two-way communication. Example is telephone system. Synchronous transmission. The word synchronous refers to things happening at the same time. Second, synchronous transmission is defined as the process by which data or signal is transferred from one application system or a device at a constant period or a interval. For example, in the person communication like meeting are example of purely synchronous communication. You say something, I receive the information as you say it and respond to the information right now. म्हणजेच जर दोन व्यक्ती बोलत असतील तर त्यावेळेला पहिला व्यक्ती हा काहीतरी बोलतो, त्याच वेळेला दुसरा हा ती इन्फॉर्मेशन रिसीव करून त्याचा आन्सर देतो. हे काय झालं आहे, सिंक्रोनस सिस्टीम, सिंक्रोनस ट्रान्समिशन. असिंक्रोनस ट्रान्समिशन. Asynchronous communication is when you send a message without expecting an immediately response. For example, you send an email, I open and respond to the mail several hours later. म्हणजेच की सपोज जर मला मेल आलेला असेल तर मी तो माझ्या वेळेनुसार मी त्याला रिप्लाय देईल. म्हणजेच इंटरमिडिएट रिप्लायची गरज नाही आहे. ओके, त्या कम्युनिकेशनला म्हणायचं असिंक्रोनस ट्रान्समिशन.